so nice. So let's start with, actually, let's just start with the dangle so we don't have to get up again. So we'll just start with the dangle for 3 minutes. If you want to stay where you are, Daria, that's fine, but you like the dangle too, so we'll just start here and kind of feel just like a hanging sensation. This is awesome sensation. We really never get to hang. In fact, if you found a playground, it might be a good idea to hang from your leg. What? Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh. Yeah, this is our playground. So, right, Rose? Very good, Rose. The yoga mat is your playground. Your body is your playground. Okay, I'm going to just highlight myself, pin it to the top. Okay. I'm going to mute you guys just for now because it's better, you can hear me better. Okay. Yeah, and just like, you know, in Niagara, they put weights in between their elbows. They hang. Kind of giving us permission to just be. This is really good for that lumbar dorsal hinge. There's a hinge back there from your lumbar to the sacrum. Nice connection there. Just feel the space. Just be aware of how much tension you have in your shoulders. Really relax those shoulders. Dangle the head. You want to allow for a little movement when we're doing this stuff. Allow for energy to flow. Maybe soften your knees and straighten them again. Good. It's about half a minute more. Good, and then let's just widen our feet. You know, I hate to say get it over with, but let's get the squat over with. If you don't want to do the squat, just do the a butterfly posture, or like on the ground with your legs in a butterfly position. Otherwise, come and join me on this squat. You can just kind of feel the pull on that same area, the lumbar dorsal hinge. Let the head hang. And let the arms come through the knees. Just separate your feet as wide as you need. They can be wider than your mat, Keith. You know, try to go a little wider maybe. Don't force your toes in, toes out. Just wherever they end up. The deep compression is at the hip joint. Knee is just bending. No big deal. Kind of just hang out for 2 more minutes. Maybe have your palms up. Maybe they're in prayer position. Maybe just kind of play around a little bit. And get into this rhythmic pattern of your breath. Really pull the breath up the back. And empty out through the front. And feel the circular pattern of breathing. 1 more minute. This is quite intense, especially at the end. If you need to just kind of come up a little bit, raise your seat up a little bit and then go back in again. Try to go real slow with all your movements, super slow. And then tap into the rhythm of your breath again. And the one thing you guys know is you know how to breathe, so just really try to keep improving your breath through your journey in this yoga path. You can always go fuller and deeper and start to learn what it means to send prana to the places of intensity, some things that need more attention. Maybe your lower back, maybe that connection at the hips. For me, it's right at that lumbar dorsal hinge. Oh my gosh, we made it. So now let's just lie down and take a rebound. A 1 full minute rebound, which is going to seem short, but taking 1 full minute with your lying on your back, allowing your the hips just to kind of settle down, allowing your body to come back to some neutrality. We just really stressed it out in a good way. All right, I'm going to use this word stress in a good way. Let's feel the lower back kind of giving way, like the tingly feeling going wherever you have. And just watch it go away. Notice what's happening. Oh, and that's a minute already. Jeeper creepers. Stay a few more breaths. Oh my God. Good. And then slowly, maybe turn to the side and roll up. Let's get into our wrists, moving to our hips. So let's move to our wrists now. So turning the wrists back, making them wherever they feel. You want to feel kind of nice pull on the front of your wrist. We do a lot of work on our arms, moving the knees back wherever you like it. And just kind of staying there, you know, moving in and out. Melt the heart. Just feel that meridian line of energy up through the front of the, up through the heel of the hand, through the smiles of the elbows. Then melt the heart a little more. You can close your eyes. Once you're there for a little bit, if you want to move your knees back a little more, don't be afraid to move. And whatever you do it slow motion. Relax any tension at the neck. With holding your head, feel spaciousness back there. If you can, by melting the heart. Good job. A few more breaths. Good. And then slowly come up onto your seat, send your butt back to your seat. And then I think probably just like let's go into child's pose and have your arms just be down, palms over. Relax your hands and just feel that sensation melt away of your wrists. Try not to shake anything, just kind of let them be on the ground. Your palms down, soft, everything soft. Good, and let's move on to our bellies, and we're gonna go into that shoulder stretch in the front of our body. The pec, right in front of the shoulder. So arms out to the side, turn your head to the left. Set it up so that you're flat on the ground, so you feel flat. And then, when you're ready, going over onto your right side, stacking the hips, sending the top leg back wherever you like it, and that arm, it's really about the bottom arm on the mat, not so much about the top. So the top could be supporting you where you like it, on your hip, or you can reach back if you like, whatever is good today. Knowing that this changes, make sure your head is relaxed on the ground. The hips have that stacking sensation there. Stacking, you're on your side. And then settle in for the ride. Breathing down the body, down your top side of the body. Maybe. It's also quite intense in the beginning, especially. So you find the sweet spot where you can feel like the stress melt away a little bit, or some added benefit. So many of us experience like tightness in the back of the shoulder, so this is releasing the front of the body so that the back can release. Feeling a little bit of a twist. Make sure your neck is not experiencing any tension. And it's like free. Scan that bottom leg. Sometimes we hold on with our ankle. Relax your toes. Good, and then come onto your belly, nice and slow. Really slow motion. Arms out like a T again. And just pause there. Just pause there. Take a minute, pause. Till we go to the other side. And then slowly make your way to the other side, onto your left side. So that front of the left shoulder has a chance to feel that opening. And reach that top arm up if you like. Maybe it reaches back. Nice and slow. Find your fingers. That top leg could do whatever you feel is a good stretch for you. And the head down, resting on something. And just breathe. You guys are in a really nice routine now. It's a really nice routine. Working from our shoulders to our hips. Keep trying to soften. See how it feels just to soften. See what that means to you. Does that mean breathing into the softness, breathing into the tension, breathing it away? And this group today, we are very active people, so give yourself permission to be. One more minute. Just give yourself permission to allow me to keep the time for you. And this way you can get into doing your yoga. You can just try to zone out. Good job. And then slowly coming onto your belly, and then have your hands along your side, palms up, feet, heels out, toes in, and just let your shoulder, the top of your shoulder melt down to the mat. Turn your head to the side. That feels the best, whatever. And then the palms up will just be here for a minute, an official minute. And then just feeling that stress melt away. Even allowing your head to turn to the side is really good. Encourage your body to melt into the mat. I use the breath. Okay, good job. Okay, so let's push up and back into child's pose. We'll do that side child's pose is calling me right now because I like the sensation of the shoulder and how that connects to the hip. So I want you to feel that. So we'll do the side child's pose where you walk your knees are as wide as your mat, toes touching maybe behind you. Trying to keep the tailbone back as you walk your hands over to the right. Lift the torso up a little bit and settle it down where it feels the best. There is a deep compression. You don't have to go so deep to feel the full benefit of it. And then take the right hand, walk it over. So what we've been doing, I've been doing this a couple times, we can kind of like feel a lengthening and a stretching of that left side by almost lifting up that arm and having that left arm be straight and lift it up, and like you can play around and look under the armpit, the left armpit, the left one, kind of looking and having more of a lengthening sensation on the left side, and then you can drop the head too. Rest your forearm of the right arm down, just rest it down. And try to keep pulling the left hip back. Don't let that come up too much. Just keep the awareness in the left hip. Through the shoulder. It's all connected very nicely. There's a direct line of energy from the hip to the shoulder. Going for that meridian like acupuncture. Good job. We're in our last minute. This is a good one. Good, and then walk your hands slowly coming up, slow, real slow. Like a 100-year-old person. Nice and easy. Ooh. And then we're gonna walk our hands over, to the other side. See what this side feels like today. Honor the differences, just honor the differences. Left forearm resting down to support you. Right hand walking over. I keep mine on the floor and I kind of keep my palm flat. My arm feels good if it's straight. I feel a straight line of energy from my right hip through my shoulder to my fingertips. And you can look under your right armpit, see how that feels today, or just dangle the head. Keep pulling that the right hip back. Pull the breath up through the posture. Good, one more minute. Keep trying to zone out on the breath. Good job. And then come around to the front. Give a little pause there. And then just come up onto your knees and hands. And we'll do a nice slow cat-cow. Just kind of just really move in slow motion, back and forth. Initiating the movement from the hips. Good job. Back and forth. Feeling all the vertebrae. And then I just want you to actually come down onto your bellies for a second. And then some people have been experiencing a lot of tension in their shoulders and their neck and stuff. So we'll do this a Sphinx pose for 3 minutes. Just making sure your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. So there's the joint doesn't get bothered because it's very aligned. Hands are calm and in front of you. Feet really relaxed. Heels out, toes in. So you have an open sensation in your back. The pelvis is on the ground. And just full breath. Like try to melt the heart. Like you don't have to do anything here. I don't want you to be like trying anything. Just kind of like melt the heart. Let the joint just be around the shoulder. Let the muscles just relax. Let your back. There's gonna be you're gonna feel like a little bit of a back bend here in your lower back. It's okay. We're gonna go back the other way. You're fully supported by the mat with your pelvis. My abdomen's on the mat as well. You know, just kind of. You can also dangle your head and feel what that feels like for that space around your traps. And then trying to continue to melt down the chest. Just melt down. Just find space around the shoulder joint. From the back. I can feel the scapula releasing a little bit. The traps. The traps get real tight. This is good for that. How much can you melt? Melt a little more. Let go of the tension. Don't even try. Good. This is a good one. I haven't done this one. This is a really good one. I find new ones. I mean, we've done it, but not like this. Melt your heart. So then the opposite of this is going to be releasing the back bend, because we've been doing the lumbar spines, like lengthening here. So what I want you to do is take your hands where your elbows were, right under your shoulders, and push yourself up into child's pose real slow, and see if you just kind of move back into child's pose. You put your head down and do the opposite. Just stay here for a minute. 20 breaths. Release your hands down, relax your arms. Good. When you're ready, come on up and let's go. Let's do pigeon today. So we'll bring our right leg in front. And now, so the pigeon can be various things. So the knee can be close to the pelvis, or it could be a little bit out in front. So I'm going to go a little out in front a little bit today. So you're going to do your favorite pigeon and settle in, maybe a passive ankles, like let the ankles be. Knees just bending, no tension on the knees. Use your props to support yourself wherever you need them. It's just kind of, sometimes there's unnecessary things we put ourselves through. I don't want you to have any pain. We can, Daria, with your neck, you could actually put your hands, cup your hands, your chin in your hands. And the same sensation that you had for that other posture, the Sphinx pose, kind of similar, let your traps melt. Like, let them just be like, whatever they're doing, let them, just hold your head in the hands. This is really good to do. Your hands, my elbows are right under my chin. Hold your chin in your hands. You can also rest down on a pillow or all the way on the ground, turning your head to the knee side. Feel the opening of that back right hip. And use subtle shifts of energy, of movement. Left leg is passive and kind of just there. Maybe you feel a deep lengthening in the front of that hip flexor as well. You can shift the body, the torso. When you shift the torso, it changes everything. Shift my torso away from my knee. Long breath. Like the ocean wave, in and out. Even breathing. Good job. And then we're not going to just come right out of this. We're going to come up. We're going to come up and do a fun thing. We're going to walk our hands just a little, wherever you can go, over to away from the knee. Just so we know where we're at. And just going to take 10 deep breaths here. Look over your shoulder, maybe back at your foot. Maybe just look at your foot. Good, and then walk your hands over, your hands are supporting you, over towards your knee, and it could be very subtle. Doesn't have to be a lot. I kind of go a little bit deeper, and then maybe look back at your foot again. This is harder to see your foot. Torso is twisting. Good job. And then come around to the front. And let's just go right to the other side. So we'll go to the other side. Switch your legs. Let the other one go back. Finding what it feels like on this side. Settling in. I'm going to do the same thing on this side with my chin in my hands, making a V with my wrists, putting my chin in my hands. See how my shoulders can feel today. Lengthen that right hip flexor, just allow it to lengthen. Relax your back foot, scan the body for unnecessary holds of muscular tension. We don't really want muscular tension. We want stress like a pull. We don't want to engage like in our asana practice. We're just stretching, and the yoga part comes in as we try to hold the postures with the breath and watch the mind and let go of the thoughts. Acknowledge your thoughts and move on. 2 minutes. Deep breaths. The pigeon is very personal, I think, right? So it's like everybody looks a little different, feeling a little different. So I'm going to come up and do the same thing we did on the other side. And so come up onto your hands, and then now just slowly walk over away from your knee and look at your back foot. Even just that turning of the head, turning of the shoulders back, kind of puts a big twist in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And coming around to the other side. Walking over to the other knee, to the knee side. And then, again, see if you can see your foot. If not, no big deal. Just look at something steady for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe the leg slides a little. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Come out to the front and then swing that leg around, and let's lie down for a rebound for 1 minute. Just kind of let everything melt onto the ground. Hold the shoulders underneath, palms up, feet out to the side, and breathe. Notice that maybe it's not as much as the first rebound after the squat. Maybe it's a little bit more open now. Deep breaths. Good. Good. So I want to, since we're on our back, I want to do that that twist that we've been doing. It's the postural twist that I got. So lying on your right side, bring your knees together. I really like to think about this as alignment. I'm on my hips, are stacked. My knees are together, my ankles are together. This is good for you guys. I'm on my right shoulder, like allowing it to be down. And then I'm gonna take my left arm and like lift it up and see if you can settle it down somewhere. It could be close to the hip or not. And then just look up at the ceiling and be here. Really good for twisting. And allow the chest to open. Allow the ribs to twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex your feet so that they stay together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more breaths. Settle in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm holding my knees together. 6 with the right hand. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then just come onto your side, and then we'll just change sides. Maybe come up and just change to the other side, to the left side. I throw this in because it's highly beneficial. So knees together, hips are stacked, ankles together. I kind of like let the left shoulder be down on the ground as much as possible. The right's going to float a little bit. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you can actually put something underneath it, but I think you guys are okay with this. So I'm holding my knees together with my left hand, and then I'm sending the right one up and allowing it to drop down wherever it feels comfortable. Could be close to the hip. It's okay. It doesn't have to go straight up to the side. Let it go down. And breathe here. Look up at the ceiling. Feel the space at the hips. It's quite intense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1. Honor the different sides. One side's going to feel totally different. 2, until we balance our bodies out. 3, which we know takes a lifetime. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Hi Jones, 9, and 10. Good. And just lie on your back for a minute. Feet out, palms up. Just melt into the mat for a minute. So that particular exercise is like, I'm sneaking in a postural exercise that I've found to be quite helpful in my practice. So it's good to share that with you. Really sets the hips. When we twist, we don't want the hips to get involved. So you want to twist away for a healthy spine. Good. And then let's come on up and let's do one more posture. Let's do, since we're really focused on shoulders and hips today, let's do the last one using this block, putting our elbows on the block, or the elbows can also be on the floor. Pulling back, head down. Actually, it's quite nice for me. Or if you like a little bit, I think this is a little more intense on the block. Elbows on the block, and pull back. Walk your knees back as much as you can. And then again, we're melting that heart down. Let the armpits just melt down, not back so much, but down to the mat. Find space in the back, allow it to drop. Allow your butt to be open. Pull your hips back as much as you want. Go in slow so you can stay for the 3 minutes. Relax your hands on between your shoulder blades there. One on top of the other. Breathe deep.
So you can see how this is pretty much your whole body. The hips are involved, they're pulling back, your chest dropping, armpits dropping, opening, relaxing the head. The head is 10 pounds. Good, less than a minute. It's good to know there's less than a minute. It's good. Eventually I won't have to look. I'll just be like, okay, we're done. Every time you don't know what to do, just breathe better. Good. And then slowly come off of the block. Release your hands down. Good. And then we will come into our rest pose. Lie down. Feet out to the side. Arms up. Pull the shoulder blades underneath you. And just melt into the mat. I'll give you 5 minutes today. We're 5 to 10. And just melt into the mat and feel the energy. Just allow your heart rate to turn to normal. And when you're ready, you can bring your knees up into your armpits, just really like we do after back bending. Just bring your knees up into the armpits and then bring them together and roll over to the right, making a pillow with your hands, and then slowly pushing yourself up to a seated position in the front of your mat. let's close our session with sending peace out into the world. We'll do Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I know I don't usually chant in this class, but it feels right. So take an inhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I just wish you all some peace today on this beautiful day. And so that was good.